Hello, customers. In this video, I am going to show you how to request and approve missed time entries, absences, and PTOs. As you can see on my screen, I have opened two tabs. And these are the two demo accounts. And this one is from the point of view of an admin. So this means this is the admin access account. And the other one is from the employee's point of view. So this means this is from an employee's point of view or an employee's access account. So since I am going to discuss here how to request the missed time entries, PTOs, and absences, then I have opened these two accounts so that I can show you how to make a request. Since the employee is the one who is going to request these time entries, then the employee just needs to log in to her account and then go to request. So as you can see here, let us all discuss all these tabs and how they work. It says here there is no request, and that means, as of this time, this sample account for this employee does not have any request yet. So this is under the pending request. On the other hand, on the history request, once you have clicked on this tab, you will only see the request history that you have made before, like, for example, this one. So you will be able to see the date that you have requested for this specific absence or PTO, the hours, what type of PTO is this or what type of request is this, the response date as well, the date it was submitted, the note from the employee. The manager's comment, and each status. Once you go to the history request and you want to check this specific date, you just need to filter the dates here from the start to the end of the PTO or the request that you have that you want to check. So in order for you to submit a request, let's say for example you are going to request an absence. You just need to go to request and then in this tab pending request, you just need to look for add absence request and click on this. As you can see, it will ask for a PTO name for this request, so you just need to choose what a specific PTO or absence request is. Let's say for example vacation. So you need to select here the time, the date of your request. So let's say the date for Monday up until Tuesday. We also need to put the hours per day here. Let's say you work 8 hours for that specific time or for that specific date. And then you also have an option here to select and deselect the skip Saturday and Sunday, and then put your notes here. It is just optional. Or if it's required by your company, then you can put your notes here. Let's say, for example, request vacation, and then you just need to click on Create. So you just need to wait for it to load. And then that means you have successfully added a request. You can try to refresh this page in order for you to see your pending request. As you can see here, it is already reflecting the date of your request, the hours that you have input on your request, the type of absence that you have requested, the submitted date and time, the employee's notes, and then the status is still pending since it is not. being accepted or approved by your manager or admin as of this time. So if you want to make some changes, you just need to click on Edit. And then, of course, make the changes that you want to have and then click on Save. So this is for the point of view of how to request or add an absence request as an employee. Now, as an admin or manager of the account, in order for you to see the request of your employee, you just need to go to Request. And then the same goes to here, under the pending request, you will be able to see as a manager or as an admin of the account, you're able to see here the pending request of your employee. So as you can see, you will be able to see the full name, the note of the employee, the date, hours, absence code or job code, and the time and date that it was submitted. If you want to make an edit here, then you can click on Edit. If you want to know if this is something or if this request is valid, then you can also have the option to check the balance. So let's say, for example, once you click on Check Balance, you will be able to see if this specific employee has an available PTO or PTO balance, and as you can see here it says no award, so that means the person who submitted this request does not have a PTO accrual. So it's up to you if you're going to approve or deny this request. So let's say this one, you are going to deny it. You just need to click on Deny. So it will not show here because you have denied the request. But for example, for another request, let's say, for example, this one is approved or this is valid, then you can just click on this select box, then click on Approve. So that means you have successfully checked on those pending requests. Now let's try to see the pending calendar. It is just the same. It is just made for you for it to be easy for a manager or an admin to locate the pending request in the calendar mode. When you see the color blue, then that means that it's pending. So there is no pending here. And once you see the color green, then that means it was approved. So it will make it easy for the manager to see the request or the pending request to the calendar mode. And let's now check this history request. So for the history request, this is just the same with the employee's point of view. You're just going to see and hear the request from the employees or the history request from the employees. You have an option to select if it's all departments, all users, or specific users, and then of course, filter the dates that you want to check for the history request. Here, you will see information about the full name, notes as well, dates, hours, absence, killed, and the response on dates, the date it was submitted, and the status if it's denied or approved. You can also have, if you want to delete this, you can go ahead and click on Delete. And if you want to reverse it, you can click on Reverse. So once you click on Reverse, you will be able to see that the status has been changed to pending. That means to say, this specific request will go back to pending. And if you want to make some changes, you can still do so since it will be back here to pending request. You only do that if you want to make some changes or make some edit. And the history calendar also makes it easy for managers to easily detect if it's pending, approved, denied, or deleted. So that is how it works from the manager's point of view on how to approve a request from the employees. Let's now see the add entry request. It is being used like, for example, an employee forgot to clock in or clock out, and then she wants to add a working entry for that specific date that she forgot to clock in or clock out. So she just needs to choose the job name. Let's say, for example, it is just normal work, or she can also choose different job names here depending on what department she is in, and then select the date. So let's say for the date today, this person or this employee forgot to clock in. So let's say that the start time of her work is 7 a.m. and it will end in 5 p.m. An employee just needs to leave a note here, like for example, I forgot to log in here. And I just need to click on Create. So as you can see, it is also pending here. And you will just do the same with the previous request with the information. It's just that it has time in and time out because it is a request for normal work or an entry within this day. After all, this employee just forgot to clock in or clock out. Then let us see what will happen from the point of view of the manager. So it will also be here in the pending request, and it is up to the manager if she will approve this request. Let's say for example this one just selects on this, she can click on Edit and then you can also leave a comment here. Let's say for example this one. Click on this and then click on Approve. So that is for the manager's point of view. And for the deleted, select the item. So for example you want to cancel this request, you just need to filter item, you just need to select this specific request and then click on Delete Selected Item, and then you will see here that it is no longer here. In the request, so that is how to request and approved missed time entries, PTOs, and absences. Thank you.